Okay, so the one resource that I really didn't know much about and wanted to learn more about was Socrative. Now, in my classroom, I have a lot of projects, and the projects are based on some pretty complicated software, and so I felt it necessary to start giving more quizzes. Earlier this year, we had a teachers meeting, and a group of teachers went over Socrative, which I thought was pretty interesting, but I didn't have much time to look into it after that, and it just kind of didn't really go anywhere. So this project gave me an opportunity to really sort of dig into Socrative and learn more about it. I'm still learning. It's pretty cool and it's fairly simple to set up. When I went to Socrative, I essentially just set up an account with my district Gmail account, set up a classroom, and then I went into the Help Center. In the Help Center, you can learn how to create your quizzes. You can learn about how to launch quizzes and ask questions, create exit tickets, how to set up your room, look at reports, and of course, how to get started. And the other thing too is really cool is that the students don't need an account to sign up. So what you can do is you can create a classroom like I have here. So my classroom is Stroup. What the students do is they'll download the app or they'll go onto a computer and then they'll look for my classroom, which is Stroup. And once they go into the classroom, I can push or broadcast a quiz out. So I made one quiz here. It was called Tech Lit Basics. We're going over some editing. And it was a pretty simple test that I just kind of wrote in here and pushed it out, and the students took the test. So the other cool thing is that after the test, if you look here, you can go to Get Reports. You can get reports on the scores that are downloaded as an Excel file. You can actually download individual student PDFs. So if you want them to take it home and have it signed by a parent so that the parents know what they got on the quiz, you can do that. You can have it emailed, you can download it, and then you can share it to your Google Drive, which is pretty cool. This is kind of neat too. You can immediately see the results of the quiz. So as the students were taking a quiz, I was like, oh man, what happened to number 7, So I looked into it, and it happened to be that there was a vocabulary term I just kind of touched base on. So I felt like, I kind of failed them there in terms of teaching. I was able to address that. So what I did is I eliminated that from the actual scores. You can create a really quick question, sort of like a question on the fly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to join my classroom. When I join my classroom, you can't see this, and I have a choice of A, B, C, D, or E. So I can say, hey guys, real quick, which is the better way to do something? A, blah, 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 or B, blah, blah, blah. And then the students can answer, and they can submit their answer, and you'll immediately see things pop up. So I chose B, and you could see that populate as soon as I chose it. I think this is kind of a great little tool. Another cool thing, well, let me clear my room, is the space race. This is pretty neat. So again, I'm just going to use the other quiz that I've already created as an example, and I'm going to get a little Star Trek-y here. Not that aligns with my aluminum foil beanie paper or anything, but just for fun. You can set it so that it requires names. You can shuffle the questions and the answers. And the cool thing about that is it prevents people from cheating, which is pretty fantastic. Just for this example, again, I'm going to choose a team of 2. And on my phone, this is in real time. I'm going to join my classroom. I'm going to enter my name. So as I answer, you can see my little spaceship in real time moving forward. This is a cool way to really get the students engaged in some competition during the class. Also, when you're done, you can finish it, and then you can view which questions were answered correctly. And I'm not going to take the whole test because you have better things to do than watch me take a quiz. But I recently found out through this video tutorial, which I watched this video tutorial. It was a great tutorial. It was about a 20-minute tutorial that goes through a lot of how Socrative works. This was definitely very, very helpful. The other thing I found out is you can actually add quizzes from an Excel file. And this is the first time I'm doing this. I haven't done this yet. So I'm going to, I think it's create, no. So I'm going to add a quiz I'm going to import a quiz from an Excel file. So what you can do is you can download a template, and this is the template that they supply you with. So you can see here, you can copy and paste information from an old quiz into this template, and then you can upload it into Socrative, which will give you the ability to randomize the questions and the answers, and then have Socrative do the grading so that you can basically download the report, check it out, see what the students are learning, what they're not learning. The data is pretty instantaneous, and it's really interesting to be able to go off of data that quickly. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to choose a file, desktop, basics of editing, open, it's loading. Cool. Okay, so let's go in here. All right, and then you can also as you can see, you can actually have multiple answers within one question too, which I think is great. Really challenges the students to pay attention to what they're answering and make sure that they're really thinking about it, even though it's a multiple choice quiz. Okay, so there's my quiz. And now I can, I'm still in the classroom, I'm playing a game, so I can clear the classroom, which kicks all the students out. I can go out to the home page by clicking on the Socrative symbol here. Click on quiz, select my quiz, hit next, require names, open navigation. We're going to shuffle the questions, shuffle the answers, and then I'll go over the final scores with the students. We'll click start. There's the quiz. So again, no one is in there. And again, I'm going to do this real time by logging in to the student Socrative app. I've joined the classroom. It asks for my name, in which I tell the students that they must put their last name first and their first name last. And there we go. So I just showed up. Now I'm going to take my quiz. Okay, so I'm done. I'm going to hit finish quiz. And there we can look at the results, show the answers. We go back to the quiz. I can look at this. Ooh, I picked the wrong. Let me see if I can correct this. Save it. And now let's go back to the results. And it still has that one marked wrong. So definitely want to make sure that you select the proper answers to the questions. But that's a little example, real-time quizzing, no need for student accounts, instantaneous, and then the results can be downloaded. So let's download the results and let's open them up. So here we go. Questions, answers, percentage. Pretty quick, pretty cool. Lots of fun. Hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. I look forward to learning more about Socrative, and thank you for the assignment.